Hello friends, my name is Renuka and today we will create these fun tags for the Christmas. And you don't have to get the same supplies I have. You have to just gather whatever you have within your reach or your craft room. So here what I did, I just grab all the cards, like what pattern papers I have, these stamps, and many of the spellbinder dies I have. And basically I just took the Christmas foliage, other foliage, die cuts, some bows, and I cut out them with the different color paper. And I use particularly this paper for this project because I don't have to work on the background, it's already done for me, and they're so nice that it's easy way to make your quick cards or quick tags. So whenever I saw the pattern paper, I just go through the whole pattern and see what they have. So they have each pattern paper at same twice. So I just put one of the set aside and choose one of the set while working this. Although you can use the distress ink and color this kind of backgrounds to create the similar pattern, or you can use the inky papers or the alcohol ink markers. Now it's depend totally on the paper pad or what kind of pattern paper you choose, that how you want to cut. But basically you can cut them in 4 ways or like 3 or 2. So most of the times I see the what are the patterns, and then I do that. I don't want to skip this process to show you, now these have like kind of busy patterns, and you can just stamp in between or write it between to create a tag or a card. So I cut it them. Although I don't use all these papers while doing these tags, I end up using some of them, and leftover pieces I will use in my next video, and I will show another way of using them, or maybe the same way but give some ideas. These kind of paper pads you can create a mini slimline card also. Now this paper having like that frame, I want to use that for the different things. Then I just sort out them, put them aside, lay them down, and kind of seeing that what should I do. So here I use this recollection golden cardstock. Now here I'm showing you the watercolor paper I created in the previous one. Now according to that you can choose a sentiment. So I choose, this is from the MFT stamps. You can choose anything you have. You just have to grab all your stamps, Christmas stamps, all your die cut related to Christmas, and you can create these. And it's like nothing right or wrong. We are kind of not mass producing, but we are kind of making a simple kind of similar looking cards here. But yeah, the pattern paper is different, and the die cut we put them together is different. So definitely they're gonna give you the different kind of look altogether. Now you can create this with the watercolors also, these kind of backgrounds if you don't have that paper, and you can choose your color with the distress markers, distress ink, or crayons, distress oxide inks. And here I already have the foil in the paper, so it's already looking festival, so I choose this paper pad. Now I'm just putting all of these for the black matting here. Just by using the matting to your cards, they kind of a little bit pop up, and the pattern paper is a little bit thin, so it will give a little bit sturdiness to them. You can choose another paper also. Here I choose the black, but you can use dark blue or dark green. That will also look nice, particularly for this project. Now here I'm just separating them with the main paper. All of the lines are not that straight. I'll use the scissors in between to make them more straight, and where it's not properly I can trim it off. So this is, I'm kind of playing with them, that what should I do. I die cut out these. Now these flourishes and florals are for spellbinders itself. Long back I have the maker's mark kit, and there I use that. So here if you don't have a tag punch, you can use this corner chopper, and it's very easy to use. I have this for a while, I think maybe the 12 years now, and yeah, I use often them, so it's easy to pull out and do the stuff. But you have the big tag die, you can definitely use that. I don't have that, so I just decided, so it's kind of a recipe for me. I die cut out all these in the different shimmery pattern papers and colors, and now I'm just putting them together, seeing them that how they look nice. Most of the times I stamp first, because this is kind of giving a 3D effect on the tag, so after that stamping maybe become more difficult. But yeah, I forgot, I think, for the ones tag and still it work with the Misty. But I suggest you to go ahead and stamp your sentiment first, so you can lay out your things. Here I'm just using a simple black ink, but you can go crazy with it. You can emboss it with the golden embossing powder, you can emboss with the black, white, like creativity is yours. You can do anything you want. Here I'm just trying to show some of the things I did with this, and I will show you a bonus thing at the end. I will show you creating a gift box for all these tags and some of my cards, so stay tuned with me until the end of the video. And make sure, if you like my channel, if you love my work, I love to read your comments. Let me know what you want to see more, and subscribe to my channel if you like it. So here I'm just using barely art glue to stick it all this stuff together, this Christmas foliage and like those small leaves, berries, poinsettias, whatever I have, I kind of cut them in the mostly in all these colors, and then I'm kind of just putting them all together. So if you have all these things, like most of the times people said that use this with your scrap or use this with your leftovers, that's totally fine. Here I'm not using any scraps. I particularly die cut out all of them, and I'm using from the scratch here, and I'm using everything new, like it's not the leftover of any project. I particularly cut out by them, by thinking something in my mind that it will look like this or that. So yeah, this is the small trick. I can't find my like a small picker or something like that, so I just put little bit of glue on my tweezers and I'm putting that thing there. You can do the same trick with the pencils also. And here some of the times I trim out the whole mat, some of the times I didn't, particularly to balance the color out or to see that how they thing look together. One thing more I want to say, when you are putting those foliage and other flowers or poinsettia on that top of the tag, don't put any heavy weight there, just give it a time to dry. Glue is quite a thing, so it will definitely dry out. And by the way, this big stamp, a big die cut I used here with that reindeer or those horns with that is also from the Spellbinders. So obviously this video is not sponsored. I just use those products because I have them in my stash, but you can use whatever you have. And if you want to really make the quick dies, you don't want to buy all this stuff, you can buy few punches, and that way you can create, like if you have like flower punch and leaf punch, you can create the same thing. You can buy a full paper pad of the Christmas theme and you can create that. Like these tags, we are not using any dies, so you can create that also. You don't have to buy all these supplies. Or for the quick projects, these are like, it's a good thing. So I just decided to make couple of them, and before that I make some Christmas card, and I want to pack all this stuff in one thing, so I created a box. So this is like not the specific one that you will see, that you can create for any size, like not the dimensions. I will show you the trick, how you measure the things and how can you create the things. So here I'm just putting all of those tags, and this is the one fun punch I have with me. It's like a heart shape, so I just want to reinforce the tag stop where we put the ribbon, or you can put a twine or a thread, whatever you want. so I want to reinforce that paper there, so I just use a stripe of that shimmery green paper, and then I punch out the hole, and then the hole is like heart shape. I loved it. I bought this from, I think, yeah, Spellbinders, but you can use anything you have. Like if you don't have anything, you can just poke your pencil and make that hole. That will also work. Just make sure that all the glue will properly dry, because you don't want to tear apart your cards. Now you can see that here I just stamped the sentiment, so now I am stamping it. It works, but still I suggest don't do that. Please stamp before you putting all your work together. Now you can see that we have this black background in the tags, so if you want to write on that, you have to use the golden pen or the white pen. That is totally fine, you can do that also, but I just decided to do something else, and you can see that afterwards. So there are more things, like here I am just putting that ribbon every time like little bit different. Here I'm just curving the tag because those sharp edges is not matching with that tag. So these are the pretty small things you can do with your project, any project, and just because of that your project is little bit more enhanced and advanced. Like you're doing, like for this I just put that paper little bit up because I already covered all the things with those foliage and Christmassy things. I don't have anything to punch, but where I have room I push that tags inside, and where I don't have that room I desperately, like I just pull out that thing, like the green thing out, so that you can punch the hole inside. And I use mostly the green ribbon, 1/4 inch ribbon for all that. And now look, so harsh, cute, that small hearts. You can use those small hearts everywhere where you want, because they are like glittery heart, and I just keep them aside. Now I use this green ribbon. You can use the baker's twine, you can use the glittery ribbon also, or any Christmas themed ribbon also will do. You can use the small like simple jute thread also. So first I make the bow, then I pull through all that stuff to that thing, and then I make knot there. I just pull out the knot there. So there are very different ways that how you put your tag together. It's not just like that you're hanging the tag outside your gift things. And we will turn some of this tag into the gift card holder also. Like you can have this tag and put it in the envelope, and on the back side I'll create some tag holders also. So first I put out that ribbon. I thought green will be look more good than the red. Golden will also do for this, like it's particularly your choice how you want to do it. And then I'm here like making more room, like I took more ribbon so that after making a bow I'll have enough ribbon to tie. So yeah, again I forgot for this one also, and I'm stamping again. I don't want to miss the any process, because these things happen with you also. There is like this is not a mistake, you are just forgetting something and you can make it afterwards. So yeah, then Misty is always useful for that. And then I want to show you this. I have this stamp from the Lawn Fawn, they have this from and too, and then I bought these many years back from I think John's. And then I'm kind of seeing that is any of these are fitting in these small squares, which is already made so beautiful. And then I decided okay, I will not do that, and then I choose these colors which already cut there, and I'm kind of just stamping this with the Simon Says black ink. You can choose any ink. And then because I thought rather than stamping them on the white, I can use the paper, so back is also beautiful. Like these are the small things to enhance your project. It's totally fine, you can use the pure white or ivory card or any light color card which is matching to your project, whatever you have, if you don't want to waste your pattern paper. Here I choose some of these pattern papers, and then I stamp back and forth just by twisting the paper, so it saves little bit of my time. and then I will just cut them in between. Rather than making them too small, I decided to put little bit of room there, so that if someone would want to write more things, they can write more things there, like any personal message. So now our back tags are ready. Now you can decorate them also while using this kind of punch. So nowadays nobody use the punches and like border punches, but yeah, you can have this border dies. I have this from Simmons's, the scallop border dies. You can use those. You can have the scissors, and scissors are the very easy way out because they are very quick. You don't have to go through the die machine and everything. So I never thought that any of my supplies, like, they are outdated, in my word. More or less I use everything whatever I have. After starting the long time, first of all I decided that I will detach all of my things and buy new things, and then whenever I saw my things, I say, can I make more out of this? And when one day will come that I will not have any idea, that I can't make anything out of the stamp, new thing out of the stamp, or new things out of this die, that day maybe I will detach. So yeah, this I just choose a ivory card here, and I'm just making the marks around that tag. So you can see we don't have to measure anything, we are just using the pencil here to making marks, and then we roughly cut it. So don't ask me like how big the tag is or how it is. It just go with the flow. You don't have to measure everything every time. You can just make the things in the flow, just flow your creativity, and then just make the things. So I just do that. Then this is the circle punch. I just make little punch there so that the recipient can put the card inside and pull that card outside. Although its height is a little bit small, but still we are just eyeballing, we are not measuring anything. And then I'm just scoring those lines so that we can fold. And here I just make a mistake. I score that one little bit tilted. It's not straight, and after that it goes tilted on the tag, and then I realized no, I should do it again, but I already stick at the time. So yeah, now you can see that we have this cutie small pockets. Now you can use the double-sided tape, this score tape, perfectly fine. If your lines are very thin but you have enough room, then use your glue or this I use ATG gun. So this is the always thing, it's never come out easily for me, so I always have to rub that with the scoring thing. And then now you can stick. Now you can see easily that how easily we can create a small packet behind it, and you can put some cards there, or you can put some personal message, whatever you want, and you can put the gift card also. So I just pick any two tags whichever I want, or you can choose basically which exactly tag you want. Most of the times they are same in height or width, so they work properly with me. And then for the rest of them, I just decided that I will just put this message to and from on the back side of them. And these are the pretty small things, like how that scissor cuts make one more interest, how this punch make more interest. So see what you have in your stash and use that. Nothing right and wrong, you can use your dies also. So we create these dies. Now the fun part is we'll create one box, but I don't want to just put the box there. These cards I made in my last video, I think you can watch that in my Christmas card series. And I want to create some envelopes from them, and before that I will show you how I choose. Now I just see that how much is the height of these bulky cards and tags, and I just tentatively see that. And then this is the like normal paper, 11 and 8.5 paper. You can use 12 by 12 papers, so measurement will be different if you have bigger card, but for this A2 size card that will work. So here I'm just putting these lines so that you can see. That's why I'm putting those in white. So here is, so now I score this, and I'm kind of making this as a template, but this is kind of trial and error process for me. when I'm doing this, and I don't want to cut out this process. I want to show you that how I did, and sometimes the things don't work the way I want, and then I'll figure out that how I can do it. Then I figure out that I need something more. So I again measure the cards, again see the things, and again I'm folding the things. So why I'm showing all this process, I want to create a box kind of thing. But why I'm showing all this process, because if you have a different size of tags, if you have a different size of cards, still that should be work. Now this paper is small, so it will work for A2 cards, but for A5 cards the process will be the same, the measurements will be the different, and maybe for the next thing I will show that. So outside I put the half an inch, inside I put the 1 inch score line, and I'll do that on the all the four sides. This I put 1 and 1 inch, but later on you will see that I put half inch outside and 1 inch inside score, so that I will get the more room for those bulky cards and box. And then this is my template, and I saw that okay, are this working or not, and then I will work on my final thing. Now you can see the half on each side, like 8, then on 7, and then I again turn, and I will do first half and then 1 inch from that half. So on each side of paper we have half inch score mark, and after half inch score mark we have 1 inch score mark inside the line. Then make sure to crease all of them on opposite side, so paper will not tear apart. Here I am putting top and bottom just to see you guys how I cut. Again, everything is like trial and error process. I always do this stuff with them because everything is kind of customized in that way. Then I'm snipping off some of those corners to make this. So main idea is this: we will create a box, and this is our box front, and we will stick another paper on the back. So make sure you choose the same color paper. Like if you're both the paper should be like black, white, whatever color you are choosing, but make sure they are same color paper. You can choose a pattern paper also if you want. Thicker the paper, sturdier the box. It's that way. I'm using the normal 80 papers, but thicker the paper, the better the box. So now I'm just snipping off some of them with those core lines. I know where to end and where to stop, and then I will fold this. So when we'll fold this, you will get an idea that how we are doing. That half inch score line is for putting our glue. 1 inch score line is the width of our box where the cards gonna go, and bottom we want to close it, and on the top we want to put it open so that we can put it inside. Now there is no wrong and right way to putting all these things together. Whatever works for you, you can do that. And now whatever we score line inside, like I already told you, we will put this paper outside. This paper is 5.5 by, I think, if you remove from the 8. So then I just trim off this paper, but I shouldn't trim off this paper because then I realized that I should not trim that paper. But yeah, I did that. I thought, but my box flip is not. So if you are making, don't trim that paper. Make it like whatever height it is. So this is the front of the card, and we can, after folding, we can just draw all around it and make that back side also. Now it's just part of decorating. Like where I'm putting the white paper, you can put the big paper to create another template also. So then I have this, again this is the Maker's Mark dies from Spellbinders, and then I'm just kind of putting them together. So I'm creating this box to giving the teachers in the school for the as a Thanksgiving gift, and so I thought it would be the better idea to give, like, what they can use for the next holidays, like they have in their hand. So that's why I created all this Christmas card, and I have more Christmas card at home, and I create these kind of boxes for my kids teacher so he can give them on the Thanksgiving. So that's why I'm putting there many thanks in front of the card box. I will show you one more card which I didn't create right now, that we're gonna put there for the teachers and saying thanks. So yeah, so we are just now it's decorating. Now this paper already having the border, so just I told you before, use whatever you have and create. Like after seeing the pattern paper, you should think like how it will look nice. Now this scrap we don't want to waste, so I just want to put those strips top and bottom on this box. And if you choose the pattern paper, you don't have to decorate your box. You can just put it like, or you can create more 3D flowers and put them on the box, and or you can just put the washi tapes to decorate them. You can color your box, or you can give your kids to, you know, draw something on this box. You can create this box with the watercolor paper and you can stamp it and you can do it. So then I'm just kind of seeing that okay, these cards are going inside and this is good enough to hold all this stuff. So yeah, it is. Then I decided to put this card. Long back I made this card, I don't know when, and then I used this teacher's stamp from waffle flowers. Yeah, waffle flowers. I'll link them in the description, and you can go to my blog to see all the pictures, because I'm not posting all the pictures here because this video is already too long. So please visit my blog so you can see all the detailed pictures of those tags I made. Now I'm just stamping here the sentiment inside, and then I'll put this card inside. Then you see that I thought that okay, I need a envelope for each of them. So yeah, then I created envelope for each of them. So make sure to watch. I didn't create this envelope when I made the watercolor cards, so I decided to make this envelope right now. And one thing more, like I chose this distress inks because they have some faded color, and I love that how they mix together. You can use any inks, whatever you have. So this is again the spellbinder, and this one is kind of RTO. I bought it way before. So use whatever you have. I'm kind of matching this antelope with this the stamp on that. So I just pull out the A2 size cards. Now the placement of the things, and little bit whenever you make the envelopes, try to make them little bit matching. Use the same stamp you use for the cards, and use some distress inks, and that going fine. Now here I'm just using the sticky mat. I love this layout of the stamp. So what I did, I just pull it out and put them on that black paper, so that I will get the perfect placement the way it is. So I don't have to struggle for the perfect placement, and it's works. So I just pick it those stamps, remove that sheet, and I will get the same placement as they have on the stamp sheet. And then I'm just using the distress inks here. So what is the thing with the distress ink, and you can use the lighter colors, more lighter colors, maybe if you are think that it's more like prominent. Here I'm using the green and the brown color, but if you use the lighter ink, they are just faded down after some time, so you can still write on them and they will act like your background. So, and you don't have to stamp these images very perfectly. They are just, you know, for the enhancing the beauty of the envelope, rather than just giving the white envelope. If you have time, just take your distress marker and put this on the edges also, the distress ink on the edges of the envelope also. That will also give a beautiful effect. I did that before, but for this I just want to make it quick. I use this poinsettia dies, to the Christmas wonderful dies from the spellbinders, and yeah, and some of other foliage. And then the trick here is I want those poinsettias in the red and other thing is in green. So here I'm not doing the masking and doing that will not be worth for this like whole thing. So I just stamp little bit green and put the little bit red in between and let it mix for some time, and that will give kind of nice effect. You can see if that the picked raspberry you can color, you can see those colors. So you can use this rainbow dye effect also for this. And for all of this, I don't have any Christmas other stamps, so then I decided to stick to those stamps which are I have in the Misty, and I just stamp them in the couple of different colors each time I wipe out my color. So that's the way you can't be like infect your other dye inks, because they're gonna catch the dye inks. And here I'm using the Big Misty. You can use whatever you have, but yeah, the sticky grid really helps to put everything in a proper place. And I'm not bothering that how it's going to be, or green, or like sometimes it's not that good, but yeah, it's okay with me. Now if you don't want to do this step, and still you want to want a good effect on your envelopes, or you want something decoration going on them, you can use the small stamps. And if you have the time, and you can create the pattern all around the border, or you can choose any stamp which is having the, like maybe Hero Arts all of have that kind of stamps, so that you can have the stamps only on the borders, and then you will have the space in between to write something. Or if you are posting the stamps, you can do like less stamping or more muted colors. Now everything is ready. Now I'll put all the cards and tags in the proper envelope. Now remember, I'm just putting those 2 tags inside the envelope. For other tags, I just put them in the small sandwich bag. And now this is time to pack them. So I don't want to put all this inside, because I want to put that thank you card also in that. So I just pull out my tissue papers. So I have this habit way before that I collect all the beautiful tissue papers I saw wherever. I think I bought this from TJ Maxx. I don't have any link for this. I just go and grab there, and it's way before like it's having with me like way before. So I just use that, make a kind of packet with it, put all that packet inside, and then just want to put that tag here. Now here you can be more creative, and you can add more of this, and I'm just showing you the options what you can do, or you can just simply put just like that. Now this is my kid. He wants to come and he wants to stamp, so he choose one of the envelopes. He put all the distress yellow ink on that, and then he put all the stamping. And I don't want to cut this part, because it's fun. Yeah, so stamping with him is a fun. Sometimes he like putting it hard on the stamp, and I was like, please make it slow nicely. But yeah, he really enjoyed the process, and as it's a gift of like he's giving those gifts, so I want, why not he's having some contribution in it. And he asked me that, Mama, if I do that, you will put it this part inside the video. So I was like, okay, I will not cut it, and I will just put it. But if you don't want to watch it, you can skip this part. So after that, we are just putting this envelope, and I put a back stamp there, like your kindness touches my heart. You can do like small stamps like this, which is add more to your envelopes and all. And this small heart stamp idea is from my kid. He wants to put that. And then we just put all these things inside and close the bag, and this is our gift. So yeah, these are all the tags. If you want to see the detailed pictures or what products exactly I use for particularly for this project, you can visit my blog. All the links are below. Thank you for appreciating. Thank you for all the love, and let me know how you like it or not. And let me know if you want to see more particularly. I'll try to show that. And until the next project, have a crafty life. Enjoy your holiday. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye bye.